There you go. All right, there you go. So, good evening, everyone. So, we were just checking on the audience and everything. All right, welcome to our midweek market analysis once again. All right, as always, okay, please be reminded that everything that we'll be discussing tonight, right, is meant for your education, and these are not for or us or should be taken as a financial advice. So please apply trader's discretion, right, when you're taking a trade with me or if you follow the trade that we're taking tonight. Okay? So from here, let's go and jump into the chart. Kumustahin natin kung ano na nangyari kay market. For me personally, I got closed on two positions from what we have on Monday. Pero again, that's the beauty of having what you call this, a protection for your account, right? If the market do not go in your favor or in our favor, we should not lose everything on our account, but instead the ones or the amount lang that we intend to lose. But anyway, yeah, that's enough of my trade. We'll go directly to the chart that we have right here. Okay, so as you notice, I don't have anything there. I'll move to a chart. Okay, as always, what I usually do is to clear my chart every time I open it. Okay, I hope this is something that you can do from your end as well para sabi ko nga laging fresh yung view nyo about what the market is doing. And if you can chat it with me right now, right? I'll check it later on. Tell me how much of data do I need to do my initial analysis? I just want to make sure that you got something from the previous sessions that we had. All right. How many months of data do we need to have a comprehensive analysis in the market? Right. I want you to type that in the comment section, right, or in the chat box. So I want to see kung ano yung na take away nyo sa akin. Then yeah, we'll look into that later on. Okay. How many months of data, right, that you need to have in front of your chart so you'll have a comprehensive analysis. Okay. Okay. So I hope that question can be answered as well as you look into my screen. Okay. And you observe how I do things. Okay. So from here, let's look at that. So we are on the daily chart and still AUD/USD is on that uptrend. The pullback that I'm expecting is not happening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go again. Right? Na ito naman yung sasabihin ko lagi, no? Kahit gaano katagal ka nang nagte-trade, kahit gaano kaganda yung analysis mo, do not expect for your trades, right, to be agreed by the market or to be fulfilled by the market all the time. Kaya nga sabi natin lagi tayong may stop loss to protect our account kasi sometimes the market will go the opposite direction. Okay, it's not your fault. Okay, please take note of that. It's not your fault. It's just how the market works. That's the beauty of trading. There's no one entity that can control these movements. It will always be a battle between buyers and sellers. Okay, they will always fight for that price. Kaya nga as retail traders that we are, we always want to make sure that we understand what the general market condition is first before we get involved. Okay? So, let's look at this. Long-term positions. Yes, yun yung inaabangan ko. In fact, from this level right here, I was waiting for the price to go down. It did not happen. I have several good reasons though, right? I have several good reasons to go and expect for that move to happen. What are those reasons? Okay. Number one is this right here. Okay. From the previous swing, okay, from the previous wave, ito, kung mapapansin nyo, it already hit this level right here at 127. So, my expectation was for the price to reverse already, but, well, I think we got in too early because the price intended to go to the 61.8 or 161.8 extension, right? And dun siya na-reject kahapon, okay? After that breakout, that rejection happened. So, this is one way for me to understand, yeah, what my position was and how can I improve on the next one. So, meaning, I just got in too early here for this resistance, so nag-breakout pa siya. Then, let's see if we can go for another sell here anticipating for this pullback. So, if you were with me since the beginning of this session or live sessions, you always see me go and check the extension and the pullback, right? You might want to call it cyclicity, waves or Elliott waves by concept. It's just different with Elliott waves because it's like a five wave pattern and all that stuff, right? There are different patterns for Elliott waves. Pero for me personally, the idea behind it is still the same. You're trying to see the momentum. Okay, so personally, I want a much simpler way of looking at it. I want to see at least the last two waves moving in my favor, right? Checking the pullback and the extension if the market creates certain momentum, right? For everyone's benefit, ano yung momentum na ibig ko sabihin? Let me remove this Fibonacci line here for you. Ano yung momentum na sinasabi ko? Look at the recent highs, right? And check on them. If it's getting higher than the previous, then yes, that's one good sign of momentum. And if you look at the lows here, right, they are still getting higher from the previous. So if you can connect those waves, tiny waves here, got a little bigger here, so that's a good sign of momentum. In my case, I was waiting for this the recent wave to complete. Well, I was assuming this would be a wave, right? Pero sabi nga natin, or anticipating, yeah, that's the best word for that instead of just assuming. I was anticipating for it to happen, pero medyo nag-continue yung extension natin doon. So, if I will follow this trend, my bias will be the same, right? I would still look for this drop right here, or this move right here that could possibly happen anytime soon. Okay, so ibig sabihin, by just looking at this data right here, my bias is a sell, right? My bias is to look for a sell more than a buy. Okay, bakit? Alright, bakit sell, Ken? Sabi mo uptrend eh. Okay, ganito kasi po, right? Basic concept of trading or trading the currency market. If the price is going up, okay, we tend to buy as we expect to collect pips. Okay, we collect pips for the price from the market's move, and that's where we make money from. Okay, if you're not familiar with pips, okay, you can always Google the term, or you can always message me, right? So I can give you a much, if not a clear, tawag dito, explanation of it. Okay, I'd like to make some clarification. Okay, so if you're anticipating for the price to continue to move up, kung ang iniisip natin at nakikita natin sa chart, pwede siyang umakyat, nagbabay tayo para makapag-collect tayo ng pips as the price goes up. That's how we make money. So technically, if you look at it, right, more than a currency trader, right, or simply saying we are trading the currency market, but how do we make money? By collecting pips. So we are actually a pip collector, right? The more pips we can collect, the more money equivalent would that be, right, in dollar value. All right, so we are technically called the pip collectors. Okay, we are not actually collecting the currency itself, right? But instead, what do you call this? We are not collecting the currency itself, but we are collecting the pips as we go. All right. Sure. Okay, from here. So, ibig sabihin, if the price is going up, magbabay tayo. Now, if we see or anticipates for the price to fall or drop or go down, right? Those terminologies means the same thing. We, as retail traders or pip collectors, set an action to sell, right? And as the price goes down, that will be equivalent to pips as well, as we can collect them. So again, technically we are pip collectors, right? So in this case, pansinin nyo yung pattern ha. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Several waves there going down. Then a big up, a little bit of sideways here, consolidation, then the price goes up. So if you follow the pattern, right? If you follow the pattern, for me personally, I would anticipate for these things to happen. I will highlight it in pink or purple, depending on your screen resolution. No? I will anticipate for this pattern to continue. Right? If you notice, ito yung i-anticipate ko na mangyayari naman dito. Right? In fact, dito pa lang ina-expect ko na siya. Pero of course, again, sabi natin, the market is always right. If it's moving up, it's moving up. Right? So, I got caught up there. Right? So meaning, is the pattern still valid? I would say yes, right? The pattern is still valid, and there's a very good chance this pink box right here can be fulfilled, right? I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but I'm saying there's a very good chance it could happen, all right? Now, from there, I will look for good reasons, right, to keep that bias, all right? Ano ibig sabihin nun? I will check additional analysis, or I will add additional analysis in my chart for me to know if this probability is still high or low. Okay? So, ganun ha. If I can keep the bias, ito pa rin ba yung bias ng trader, right? Again, going back to historical data, we want to see if the price can continue its previous pattern, all right? And from there, kung yun yung bias natin, right? We want to know, okay, we want to know if that bias is still a high probability or a low probability. Okay, so yun ang gagawin natin ngayon. Hey Mike, good to have you again, right? As always, ikaw yung pinakamasipag sa chat. I like it. All right. So from here, how would I know if price can possibly go in my favor or not? Okay, so etong level na to, yun yung ina-expect natin. Alright? If you're not introduced to the concept of support and resistance yet, right? Let me introduce you to that. Okay? The next technical analysis that I will add here as my, what do you call this? Additional, right, analysis or confirmation would be support and resistance. Okay? I want to know if there's a level that the price or the buyers can support or sellers would resist, something like that. In layman's term, we call it the ceilings and the floors, right? Hey, Chard, good to see you in this YouTube session as well. It's been a while. Alright, namimiss ko na yung ating gin moments. Ang mga moments na pwede naman takpan pag hindi naubos. At wala namang natitirang tinatakpan. Good to have you in this session. All right, so how far do I go? Right, I want to look into historical data to find the ceilings and the floors in the market. As you notice, if I will only focus here, ito na yung pinaka ceiling niya or pinaka peak niya, no? Right? Let me zoom out further so we can have more data, okay, to analyze with. Okay, there you go. This is a beautiful one now. So based on historical data, right? The market is telling me this was the peak before and suddenly the market dropped. Okay, it was the peak before. And if you notice, very recently lang, tinest niya yung level na yan at nag-breakout siya doon. Okay, so for that level to remain on my chart, I will draw a horizontal line there. Okay, I would like to see 3 bars or more touching that line, or in most cases, I will go to my line chart and just touch that peak right there. Ito yung gusto kong matamaan yan. Okay? So, I would like to go and lower that down a bit. Okay? Gusto ko yung tumatama dyan. Tapos, babalik ako dun sa bars natin and you'll notice I'll have more than 3 bars touching that level. So, meaning, there's a very good chance na ito yung mangyayari. Sabi ko nga, ito yung inaabangan kong mangyari dito, here, sa circle na to. Pero hindi, instead, nag-breakout siya. So, ibig sabihin, right? Ibig sabihin, may possibility pa ba, since nag-breakout na siya doon, may possibility pa ba na bumaba to? Like, tonight or today? Yeah, I would say yes, there's still a possibility. Like everything is a possibility. Pero if you remember the term that I used earlier, no, ang ginamit kong terminology kanina, it's probability. Okay, so what's the difference between possibility and probability? Okay, yeah, that's something that I want you to look into. All right, let me know on the comment section. Another thing that I'd like you to participate with is let me know what's the difference between probability and the possibility. Okay, so for me personally, possibility is like everything is possible, right? When you talk about probability, how likely that possibility can happen? Yeah, what's the probability? Yun na nga yung sinasabi ko. Gaano ano ba sa Tagalog yan? If not sure, gaano kataas yung chance, hindi pa rin Tagalog, no? Chance, right? Na pwedeng mangyari yung nakikita mo, right? That's the probability, okay? So let me know in the comment section later on what you think about the probability or what's the difference between probability and the possibility. Okay, so in this case, I would like to know, mataas ba yung probability na mangyari yung bias ko dito? Okay, so I hope this is helping you out as you do your analysis. Do I see a high probability? I say no. There is a low probability for this price to go down. So meaning, my bias now is disrupted. Right? My bias now is disrupted to sell. Ibig sabihin nun, if I really want to sell, I do not see, right, that the market is agreeing for that bias or yung gusto kong decision. So meaning, this position, right, that I want to take becomes a low probability trade. Kung low yung probability na bumaba siya, then ayaw kong mag-sell kasi low probability yung sell, meaning low probability yung makapag-collect ako ng pips. Remember earlier? If we can collect pips, we can make money. So the probability of me collecting pips as it goes down, right, is low, so meaning low probability yung sell ko. So, anong gagawin ko ngayon kung low probability yung sell? Then I will create a trading plan. Okay? Doon na papasok yung trading plan natin. Alright? Probability provides information about the likelihood that something will happen. I like that. Right? Medyo English lang, no? Siguro I want something in Tagalog. Yun, gusto kong pag-practicean yun. Or kung gusto po mo, I want something in Binisaya. right? Your thoughts about the probability and the possibility. All right. Anyway, so what's a trading plan? Right? What's a trading plan? A trading plan is something that you set like a business plan, right? If you take trading as a business, then you must have a business plan or a trading plan. So in our case, if the probability is low for a sell now, can I possibly go for a buy? Ooh, that's interesting too, right? Is there a possibility for this price to go up? Well, let's see. Okay, let's see. Based on historical data, was there a scenario that the price was higher than this horizontal line? Then that's the time I would like to consult history to see if the price, at least at one point, was above this level. So look at that, right? Ibig lang sabihin, meron talagang chance na umakyat pa talaga siya. The question na lang is how high. Alright? So dito na po yung scenario that I will add several horizontal lines for me to know how far a price can go. So kung mapapansin nyo, this time, right, I'm going for the historical data peaks and lows of the market. So ibig sabihin, I could love to consider these levels right here, pero hindi pa siya relevant to my situation now. Ibig sabihin, kailangan niya pang i-break yung dalawang level na yan before I can, yeah, consider the ones here. Imagine this support and resistance is like, what you call this, your ceilings and floors sa building ng bahay nyo, right? If I can have a white screen here. Imagine this is your house, diba? So, imagine this is you're standing here, right? And this is equivalent to the market's price now, okay? Support and resistance have the same concept, right? Ceiling, how far can you jump high, okay? Given that there's a ceiling there, right? I know the Lakers has just been recently eliminated. My apologies for the Lakers or fans, all right? But what if you have LeBron James' strength and ability to jump high, okay? Given that kahit merong ceiling dyan, there's a very, very low probability that you can really go through the ceiling kasi magba-bounce off ka eh, right? So that's the ceiling. And at the same time, if that's a floor, right? Not unless may butas yung floor na yan, there's a very good chance na yan lang talaga ang pupuntahan mo sa taas, okay? So in that case, kung mag-identify ka ng several ceilings and floors like 1, 2, and 3, ibig sabihin kung nandito ka pa ngayon, hindi pa relevant si third floor ceiling mo, right? Or yun yung second level ceiling mo, I mean, right? Kasi ito pa lang naman si level 1 pa ang kailangan mong i-break first. So ito yung sinasabi ko sa chart ko na I love to consider other levels there higher, pero there are still levels here a little bit lower that I can need to consider first, yeah, before the price can go higher in that level. So ibig sabihin, I'm still an intraday trader wanting to know if the price can move in our favor. Okay? So in that case, let's see. Do we have small waves there for the price to go? I'm seeing this is becoming really a strong ceiling right here, right? It's becoming a strong ceiling. Nagkakaroon tayo ng nagiging low probability din yung buy. Yun ang ibig kong sabihin. Right now, I'm caught up in a situation that neither buy or sell is something that I can do right now. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you can never do it anymore, right? So, maghahanap ako ng level where I can reassess my position and get involved with AUD USD. Again, we're talking about AUD USD. Okay? Hindi ibig sabihin na umakyat siya doon, nag-spike siya, buy tayo kagad. Okay? Naghahanap tayo ng good reasons, right, to be involved in the trade. Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin nito? If a sell is not possible right now because there's a level here that could push the price up, right? And there's a level here that could push the price down. So, neither of the buy or the sell is really good for me right now. It becomes a low probability trade. So, my trading plan is this. As far as AUD USD is concerned, if this bar goes down right here and I have a clearer view of the sell, magse-sell ako pag nandito na yung price action sa baba. Right? If the price goes above naman, okay, let me just zoom out here and go back to that ceiling, alright? Kung ito ang i-consider ko na next level, if the price can go above there, this is a much clearer room for a bigger buy opportunity. So, ibig sabihin, for me, as conservative as I want to be, this will be my sell level. This will be my buy level right there. So, ibig sabihin, right, as conservative as you can be, as I've said, right, you want to go and move on to the next currency pair first, at least for today, and just go back to this. If the price will go either up or down later on, then you can reassess your position, right? So, that's the conservative approach. Now, let's go for a little bit of an aggressive one. I want to get in now, actually. So, I want to go for the aggressive one. So, this is when you go lower time frame and try to figure out if there's a possibility for you to get in already, like right now. Okay? Let's see. D1 chart. moving on to H4. So ibig sabihin, makikita mo nagkaroon siya ng mas clear na view dito for short-term trades. Ibig sabihin, when you say short-term trades, you are just collecting few pips here, probably somewhere between 10 to 20 pips and you're done with your trade, right? Yun yung gusto mong makita. So, do we have something here that we can consider a 20 pipper or a 10 pipper trade? The breakout of this previous bar is beautiful, right? But is there a possibility for that to continue? Let's see, right? For the people who were with me or still with me in Zoom, you know I love the odd numbers. So we'll go and add that there. Oops, sorry. Let me just go. I want this to show on these time frames only. There you go. We have edited that. And another one for the same time frames and a different number this time. I want to see. So I'm asking help from an indicator called the moving average if I can sell now on a lower time frame. So sabi ni lower time frame on H4, the orange line is still above the blue. So I don't see good reasons to sell yet if I am thinking that this short-term trend can continue. So anong ibig sabihin nun? Sabi ni lower time frame H4, may chance pa rin na umakyat doon. Baka i-test niya ulit yan. We'll see. It's not a good time for selling pa. Ibig sabihin, if I will follow this analysis using this indicator, I would love to wait for that orange line to be below the blue as an additional confirmation that the price action now is moving downwards and I can go and start selling. Now, if you notice, that goes back to my original plan, price below this horizontal line right here. So, ibig lang sabihin, I want to be as conservative as I want to be. Though, there are times that you want to be a little aggressive, but if you have a proper trading plan, you are keeping that discipline to really look for high probability trades only. So, I hope this part right here is helping you out as we will apply the same to all the currency pairs that we'll be reviewing from now onwards. Okay, so I'm just trying to do my best to explain everything in one currency pair para apply natin dun sa next currency pairs as we go. Okay, so I hope I'm still making sense and I'm not talking alien here and and this is still helping you out. All right, so anong ibig sabihin nun? If the price goes up, since orange is above the blue still, if the price goes up, we still have a little room here for buying as well. Right, again, we're looking for a short-term trade. So anong ibig sabihin nun? The price goes up right there. We can possibly go for a 40 pipper, risking a 40 pipper as well. I'd like to try this, right? Pero we are on the 4-hourly chart. We're just about few minutes till we get the next 4-hourly bar or yeah. There you go. So market watch, let me see. Yeah, we're about to see 1600 now. So it's very unlikely for this to break out, right? If you were with me from the beginning again of these sessions, I want to always see, or my entry price is always based on the breakout, right? The breakout of the previous bar. So ibig sabihin, if I am to take this trade, my entry price, my green line will be somewhere here, at least a pip higher, right? And that gets me triggered in the trade, and that makes the price above the horizontal line. It gives me a room for buying there. So, but given that we are just few minutes away, yeah, I would like to still test it. Hindi natin alam, di ba? Biglang mag-spike si market, right? And we want to be ready for that scenario. So, for the sake of this argument, if you want to take a buy or a sell, I would like to take a buy for these reasons. Orange above the blue, and if my entry price is here, it becomes above this horizontal line, meaning there's intention for it to break. There's intention for a breakout, right? And I would like to see the price go at least on this level. That's my short-term target. Okay, that's my short-term target. That's a pending order, by the way. Yeah, a buy stop pending order, right? Entry price would be somewhere. Still the odd number that I want to see. 75.95 is the one I want. 0.7595. Let's see if we can go and I will not set an expiry anymore kasi 3 minutes away the broker will not allow us to do so. But of course, just in case we get triggered, I want to set up a stop loss somewhere at, I think 30 pips is tighter. I'll go for 35 somewhere here, the previous bar low. I'm always looking for a level where I can hide my stop loss, by the way. That's my style. So it's not necessarily, sometimes I would say previous bar lang, right? But if with your discretion, you can always go for the one that is lower para ma-hide natin ng konti si stop loss, right? Protect it from the market. So that's 75.59, right? 75, oops, sorry. 0.7559, right? So still an odd number there. There you go. Let's go and set that trade. Let's see if this will go in few minutes, right? Anyway, nandito pa naman tayo sa session na to. We have time to go back to this so we can manually cancel the trade if it is not triggered in just 2 minutes. All right? But anyway, so that's my take on the chart on the 4-hourly, right? Tingnan natin if we can be a little aggressive pa rin, right? We can be a little aggressive on H1. H1 is giving me a sell now. Interesting. Interesting. Kung yun yung una, ganda nito. Look at this, right? Crossover dun sa una nating bias for a sell, we missed that. Price went back up to test that level. It went back down. Can we still go for it?
It's time for bed.
It's time for bed, sabi ni Alexa. Alright, that price went for 17 pips. This one went for 14. Can I see it happen for another 18 pips? Well, we'll see. We'll see. We still have a minute there for this current bar. All right. Let me see if I can set a pending order here. By the way, guys, look at this. This is an acceptable approach, right? This is not actually hedging. This is called, right? Look at this approach. You have a buy there and you have a sell here. Okay. This is not called hedging. Hedging is when you have a running position already, then you have a buy and a sell at the same time, right? This called a straddle, right? Or straddling. Okay? Not struggle, ha? Right? Not struggle. Right? Paano ko ba iyan yan? Right? It's like having a simultaneous order if you go for a dictionary definition. Right? Having a simultaneous order, either a buy, well, one is a buy, one is a sell. Right? And as a trader, you want to keep the one that will be triggered first. Yun yung parang ganon. Right? Yun yung kumbaga definition niya. It came from stocks trading. Oh, by the way, yeah, it's 9 o'clock. So, hindi na ako makapag-set ng straddle. Right? It's already there. But, I want to see if I can go and catch few pips here. This is when it becomes a little interesting. Let me see. By the way, it's just about time. Yeah, nandun na. Isa-set ko sana yung straddle, pero with 9 o'clock, let me cancel that because a new 4-hourly bar is now generated. Look at that. Why did I cancel that? Because, look at this, because yung previous bar yung dati nating reference, ngayon yung next bar na, right? Kasi meron na tayong panibago dito. So, kung lalagay ko yung entry price dito, and this is the ceiling. So, ang nakikita ko is, pag tumama yan, bababa din siya. So, nagiging low yung probability for a buy. Kanina medyo okay ako dun sa unang idea eh. Pero right now, no, not really. But, I'm a little bit interested. Again, we're getting a little bit aggressive here now, right? But, this should not allow you to, what? Compromise your account. Okay? Anong ibig sabihin nito? Pag nafe-feel mo na medyo may konting aggressiveness na dun sa dugo mo at that moment because you want to see this short-term downtrend to continue in your favor, right? Kung gusto mo makita yan, I'll give you an example of how you can manage this, okay? Yes, I want to go and see that breakout from the previous bar. Kaya nga, I'll be setting a sell now, right? Pending order. This time, it will be the price below. I'll go for 63, yeah? To close in 64. I'll go for 75.63, a short-term sell. 0.7563, okay? Stop loss will be, if I go for this one, masyado malawak ng 20 pips, 20, yeah, pwede. Mukhang 1:1 pa rin naman to, pero mukhang less than, like 3 or 4 pips, less than the 1:1. Lagay natin doon, para yung level na yun will be our stop loss level, 30 at 75.94, right? 0.7594. Again, I'm always looking for a level where I can hide my stop loss from the market. Okay, then we can set an expiry for this to end until like about, we are on the 1-hourly chart, so that's just 17:00. Okay, good. From here, now ngayon, for the people who are familiar with volume and lots, so mapapansin nyo, I'm trading at $1 here. So to control, not necessarily control, but to manage, right, my aggressiveness now, I don't want to go in for a mini lot, but instead, right, I will go for a micro lot. I'll go say, sige, 0.01 lang. I'm going for a 10 cents move here, right, to manage my aggressiveness and at the same time not compromising my account kasi masyado akong aggressive at that time, right? So I hope you're seeing this, okay? And again, everything is still based on your discretion. If you don't want to do that, then it's totally fine, all right? That's how I manage my aggressiveness pag medyo nakikita kong right? Medyo nagiging aggressive ako. I'll rather manage the volume, right? Kahit na alam kong gustong-gusto kong pumasok, hindi ko i-compromise yung account. So, 75.63 na wala siya dito. 0.7563. So, at least that's one way to manage your trade. In this time, or in this case, I would like to see a short-term trade. You'll rarely see me set a take profit, but this is a classic example, 75.42. It's just a few pips, right? Above the horizontal line right here. So, there you go. Click that. And we go, and oops, sorry. I think we're very, very close. Oh, sorry. Naka-buy pa pala ako. Let's go for a sell stop. There you go. Right? So, if you notice, the green line is your entry price. The red lines are your exit. Right? Exit. Anong ibig sabihin nun? If you're selling, the exit price above is your stop loss. Right? That's your safety net. The red line below is your take profit. This is your profit-taking level, as the word explains it. Okay? So, let's see. Whether it can go up or go down. For now, based on what we have seen, orange is below the blue. We want to see if the price can move in our favor. Pag hindi naman, in an hour, if that trade is not triggered, it can be canceled. But just in case it will be triggered and I'm wrong and the price goes up, I should not lose more than I intend to lose. All right, so let's see if what will happen to this trade as we progress. Okay, so I hope that's clear for you guys. From like a top-down analysis that we have done from the daily down to H4 to deciding the trade on the 1 hourly chart. Okay, so from here, okay, I would like to apply this analysis across the major currency pairs, and just hang in there. I could be talking a little faster on this point, right? Because we'll be just going through the currency pairs very quickly. Okay, if you're watching this video on a much later time, please be advised that the market could have moved already differently. So please go back to your chart and reassess your position. Okay? Kasi syempre, we are on a lower time frame here, and kung napanood mo tong video about 8 or maybe 10 hours, yeah, when it was published, then there will be 10 bars there on the 1 hourly chart already added. Okay? Please apply, traders, this question. All right? Okay, so next will be Euro US. We'll be applying the same analysis. All right. Since I'm not removing this video from YouTube, you can always pause this video as you can progress as you proceed. Okay. So we still have that line there. Notice orange is below the blue. We still have that downtrend. Okay. We still have that downtrend. Yeah. Look at waves. Waves. Mas malaki itong wave na to. Price is now moving down. Can we still go in on that? Let me see. I want to see good reasons. Yep, there you go. Yep, that's a strong resistance right there. Okay. Kung maalala nyo nung kailan ba yun, we were looking for a buy here. Right? A short-term buy. Kung mag-fulfill tong short-term buy. Pero hindi niya ginawa. So, ibig sabihin, fina-follow ni market yung bigger picture na downtrend. Look at that. Beautiful breakout of that. So, ibig sabihin, can we still get in? Short-term, tapos na yung extension niya, or we're currently in that extension. We want to see a pullback before we sell, following the same pattern. We go for H4. Aggressively, possibly we can. Look at that. We want to be a little aggressive here. Let me see. Short term. Kaya ba? Pwede ba? Mukhang pwede. Short term. And my short term target lang. Tanggalin ko lang po dito ha. Again, this is a short term trade. We want to see how far we can go. Okay, there you go. I like it. I like it. I think we can go for a 1:1. Yeah, I think we can go for a 1:1. So, I'd like to go for another sell here. Oops. Yeah, hindi ko na natanggal. Right, to manage my position, let's go. Baka multiple trades then. I'll go for one. Dito. Sell stop. Again. See here. Entry price, by the way. Odd number is the one that I would like to be in. 1.0893. 1.0893. Okay. We are on the 4-hourly chart, so meaning we will set this at 2000. Yeah. Then stop loss would be somewhere at 0943. Yeah, I would like to see that. 0943. 1.0943. Okay. And we go for a sell. Yep, there you go. 1:1 is somewhere here. Yeah. Oops, sorry. Set ko na. Modify ko na lang. Alright, I would like to set a take profit just a little higher than this zone right here. 0.842. Okay. Take profit. 1.0842. And let's modify that. There you go. You notice that we have two red lines there already for our exit. So, yun yung ibig sabihin nun. In this case, I want the broker to exit my trade when either of these lines are hit or met. Okay? So, tingnan natin yan. Yan ang tinitingnan natin. Short-term move, if it can continue. If we're wrong, we're totally fine with it. We have a safety net. If it can go and move in our favor, happy days. Right? Again, what are the reasons why I'm taking that? Again, we still have room here. Yeah, look at that 4 hour, the daily chart too. Still have room for the price to go much lower, pero mas gusto kong tingnan yung short term muna. All right, and let's see if we can monetize this move from the market. All right, so is there a need for me to go H1? No, kasi meron na akong position. I don't put multiple positions in one currency pair just to manage my exposure. So I always keep one trade per currency pair. But of course, if you feel like making several position in one currency pair, that's definitely based on your discretion. And please make sure that you understand what you're doing. Yeah, you're not just doing it because, right, or for the sake of just doing it, diba? Okay, so I'm moving on to GBP USD now. Same analysis will be applied, right? Clean chart. You can always add the EMAs if you want, right? If you know how to add your EMAs, you can go and do that. What settings of EMAs that you want to use, it really depends on your trading style or your strategy. For me, I'm using this on these time frames only. You can always pause that so you can follow what EMA I'm using. Okay, there you go. And same drill. Yes, we're seeing the downtrend. You can always draw that trend line right there. Actually, ito yung na-anticipate ko noong una, but it did not happen to, right? Look at that market continuing. Why? Bakit hindi siya umakyat? Notice that this is a strong floor level acting as a resistance now. So, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na hindi ibig sabihin unang tingin, like uptrend or downtrend, yun na kaagad yun, right? Mas maganda pa rin yung may parang second opinion, sabi nga nila, right? And true enough, right? That pullback did not happen. Price stayed, right? And we are still looking for the possibility of it to continue. How low? Let's see. Let's look at the historical data. How low can it go? How low can it go? This is now stopping me for a sell. Look at that. Historically, price was here, up. Oh, sorry, it was moving up, tested, then go up again, tested, then eventually go up. It went here, but several times it was tested again. So what does it mean? Kaya niya bang bumaba agad-agad? Parang malabo. Sandali. Balik tayo. Again, I want to see the probability of this move, right, to happen. Yeah. D1, masyadong close. H4. What do you see? Do we still have 1:1? Too tight, I wouldn't say. You will notice here that I'm overanalyzing now. Like pinipilit ko na kung tutuloy o hindi. That's one good sign not to go for it anymore, yeah? So, again, I'm looking for the probability. If you notice, I have my initial bias, but since I don't see it moving in my favor, right? I don't see the probability, yeah, becoming high, and I want to move on to the next one. Instead, yeah, spend your time, effort, right, on currency pairs that you can easily understand. I think that's the best way to put it. All right, if you're becoming so subjective in one currency pair, move on to the next one. You want to be objective more than subjective, right? I hope that makes sense. And an uptrend is here, right? If you notice, it's quite identical with AUD USD, right? The difference is you're seeing a much clearer sideways here now that's not broken yet. Yeah. Pwede rin tong mangyaring mag-move up siya doon. It's not as clear as I want to be, okay? So, it can possibly go down there, but I have a short-term sideways move here that I also need to consider. Look at that beautiful bearish engulfing, right? Testing the level, right? A 65 pepper move. Can I still take advantage of this? I'm in the middle of a sideways moving market. Tingnan nga natin. We are in the middle of this range. Yeah, we are in the middle of this range. Can we? If that's how it... Yeah, hindi ko rin talaga pala nakuha to. I'm just thinking of it. No, I don't want to trade this one. Again, it's becoming complicated. You don't want to like be stuck on a currency pair where you're trying your hardest just to take one trade, right? Find the simplest to understand. Okay, there you go. I'm moving on to USD CHF. Same rules apply. Look at that. Look for the trend. Do we have a trend? Cycle, waves, extension, pullback, extension, pullback, extension. Do you see clear move from the market here? Honestly, I don't. Ceiling, ceiling. I could possibly go for a short-term buy there and a sell somewhere here. So if you notice, my buying area will be here towards that direction. Sell will be here at least. Limited lang muna. Let's go on lower time frame. In this case, I want to add my EMAs here again. I find it little relevant. It could be relevant in this situation now. Okay. Then we'll do another. Right? We'll go for 9. And orange. And Sorry. Jan. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Orange is above the blue. If this one pulls back here, then we can buy there. Right? This one is on my watch list for tonight. And if not tonight, tomorrow. I want the pullback to happen. Look at that. Extension, pullback, extension, buy. Pag hindi naman nangyari yan at nagtuloy-tuloy siya pababa, then we can go and find the sell here. Probably on H1. That's the earliest time frame where we can see the reversal. Parang ganito ang dinidescribe ko sa inyo. Right? Parang ganito. Kung hindi siya tumuloy-tuloy ng pataas, baka bumaba, then we'll look for a sell. At least hanggang dun sa diagonal line natin. Yeah, the diagonal line serves as a reminder for me that there is a trend line on the daily chart that I need to respect. Okay? So, I will not take a trade on this one, but definitely this is a strong currency pair on my watch list. If not tonight, kung hindi ko makita yung setup tonight, then I could have this on tomorrow, right? So, USD CHF. Okay, either H4 equals to buy. I'm just typing it on my note here. So just give me 1 sec. Yeah, medyo nagiging OC tayo ng konti. Oops, sorry. Yeah, USD CHF red. H1 naman, sell. Watch list. Okay, there you go. All right, so from here, I'm moving on to USD CAD. That breakout caught me. Look at that. Stop out tayo tapos biglang baka ma-intention pa rin siyang umakyat. Anyway, do I see the uptrend? No, I do not. Look at the big swings. It's just going sideways. So automatically for me, I will go for the horizontal line right away. Yeah. And I will find, I will look for, that short-term resistance. Can I go and take this one? Of course, yes, I can. Alright, wag lang masyadong maraming lines. Yung mga majors lang ang tingnan nyo para hindi magmukhang pad paper yung iyong chart. Can I go for a buy now? I want to go for another buy. That's my initial bias. But I don't see good reasons to go in for a buy now. What if a sell? Yeah, I think I want to go for a sell. If the price stays below that horizontal line, right, we would like to see the market move in our favor. Pero pag hindi, then I think I want to go for a buy after, right? Pero sa ngayon, dahil nasa baba siya, kung mapapansin nyo yung bias ko depends on where the price is relevant to my horizontal lines, my EMAs and everything. Yeah. So right now, right here, yeah, a sell is still better than a buy, at least for now. That is if there's a trend. Is this a trend? Not really. It's going sideways for me. So meaning the EMAs are not that relevant, not that useful right now. I really wanted to go for that sell. I think you're feeling the, what do you call this? The subjectiveness. parang yung mga ang dami ng what ifs, like parang murag unta, right? Parang pumunta ka na doon. So I don't want to put myself in a position where I will hurt myself later on. So I'd like to monitor this further. I don't have a clear room for getting in a trade now, but I'm really interested with the sell given the EMA, but the EMA is not really relevant given that I don't see a strong downtrend. I'd like to see further confirmation on this one. So meaning, still on my watch list, sell on this level. If the price stays below, I would love to go for a sell. If the price suddenly goes up right here, oops, sorry. I will look for a buy. Yeah. Mas malakas yung or mas malaki yung room for the price to go up there. So I'll keep monitoring this, right? So we'll go back to this on Friday. Yeah, tingnan natin kung anong trade ang nakuha ko tomorrow or maybe tonight. Alright? So, watch list, USD JPY. Yeah, congrats dito pala kay John kanina. Yeah, you got your take profit here after this breakout. Good job. Alright, tingnan natin kung pwede pa tayong mag-re-enter. Let's zoom out. Look at that beautiful swing right there. Uh, huh. Broken out through that. Can it possibly continue? Let's see. Uh, I think I would like to take that. I would like to go for the major one. Can it still go in our favor? I'd like to stay. I'd like to see the price stays within and touch the orange. Then we'll go for a buy again. Pag hindi naman, I think we will go for a sell afterwards. Yeah. That's what I think right now. So, should you trade based on what you think? I do not advise that. Trade based on what you see. So, I think that the price can go here, but I'm not seeing it yet. I will not trade it yet, right? So, something that you can take away from this session to trade what you see, not what you think, not what you feel. Definitely not based on your emotions. So, applying all those analysis, at least we have one pending order from here. Let's see if the market can move in our favor there. Knowing that that's our entry price, let's see if we can still go and reconsider, right? Sorry, this is a 4 hourly chart. AUDUSD, yun pa rin naman yung bias natin. Look at that. Hindi pa rin siya nati-trigger, but hopefully in few seconds or few minutes, yeah, we can see that go. So, that's the analysis using your EMAs, your horizontal lines, and your diagonal line. All right. Javed said, but I'm using an elementary pad paper. I think that's for the one that earlier I said na ano, yung masyadong maraming horizontal line ano. Right? So, my suggestion for that everyone, find the major levels, yeah? Yung pinaka-obvious lang na level, right? Don't try to be so subjective with all the levels that you say. Be objective, right? Be objective. Tingnan niyo yung pinaka-obvious lang, all right? Kasi if you do that, if you'll be subjective, I mean, magmumukhang pad paper talaga yung chart nyo. Okay? So, that's it for my midweek market analysis. I hope it made you understand at least or have a view of what the market is doing, and it could possibly, or yeah, I hope it could possibly help your trading decisions for the week, or what's your decision, whatever. Please apply the discretion. I'm not saying that you take these trades as it is. Take this information with a grain of salt, as this is not financial advice. These are for your education. Yeah, or for that purpose. Okay. So thank you again so much for the people who are still with me, right? As we progress with these sessions, right? Thank you so much. By the way, very soon we'll have our Facebook page launch, and I would love to add more material there in that page for us to learn more and trade more. Again, if you find trading a little bit stressful, you're not doing it properly. Okay? Trading is fun, everyone. It should not be stressful. Okay? If it's stressful already, you're not doing it properly. Tell me how I can help you create a trading plan. You can create something like this if you wish to, right? So, again, it's always about, okay? It's always about understanding what the market is doing, right? At least having a view of what the market is doing, right? And trade what you see, not what you feel or think. Again, once it's being stressful, you're not doing it properly. Because, again, trading should be fun, everyone. You have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you in the next session. Bye for now.